for security.
What's the matter?
I love life.
Listeners, right now we're on the line with Sook-Yin Lee, filmmaker. Various credits include Unlock, Girl, Clean, Sink, and Escapades of the One Particular Noodle, and films such as Short Bus have screened at the Cannes International Film Festival, and of course host for CBC's Definitely Not the Opera, and former VJ for Much Music, and director and writer for the film, which opens across Canada Friday, June 18th, Year of the Carnivore. How are you doing? And thanks so much for taking the time to do this interview.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so it's really great to finally get this opportunity to talk to you. I was wondering if you can give the listeners a very brief synopsis of the film. It's about a young store detective, 21-year-old Sammy Smalls. She has a lot of insecurities, low self-image, but a lot of her issues actually through the film relate to everyone else as well as the viewers.
Yes, indeed. You can relate. Can you, Nick?
Yeah.
You can relate to this idea of like a, awkward love story where people make tons of mistakes. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I certainly can relate to it. And I have a feeling a lot of people have been more than a little awkward in matters of love.
Yeah, the thing is, Sook-Yin, like her, not to give too much of the film away, but...
yeah, don't give it away, Nick.
Sammy Smalls has this physical scar, but we all have our own hidden scars, and there's interesting ways she deals with her insecurities, and other characters do. Her boyfriend, they go into these alter egos, like...
Don't give it away, Nick.
like working through their insecurities and trying to find their true identity.
True enough. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess they both go on this sort of, Sammy, like, an overachiever tries to get better at sex because it's not something that comes, no one's born great in the sack. So she takes it upon herself to go out and try to get better. And with, an overachiever zeal, she attempts to do just that. Though I'm not really sure by the end of the movie if she's in fact better. Jury's still out on that one.
I don't know. It seemed like she was getting better.
I mean, I think she was closer to love, perhaps. Let's not give it away, Nick. Come on, you keep steering it over there. I mean, I'm trying. Okay, so I just Googled Nick Panu.
Yeah.
Online, and I'm just trying to get a visual image of this person I'm talking to. You
can go to YouTube.
You're in a room wearing a black long wig, looking like you're Gonzo.
Yeah, that was a home movie I did.
And there's another one where you're pretending you're Marlon Brando and you're asleep on you're asleep on your laptop. I mean, this is a voice. I can only go by voice, so I'm sitting here in front of my laptop, so I might as well see who I'm talking to, right? So there's Nick Panu, man who wears a wig, a black wig.
So I guess it's kind of more of the viewer will have their own perspective, because, since you delved into that, to be honest, I related to a lot of the alter ego issues I
bet.
Yeah.
I can see this. How many do you have?
A couple.
Yeah, I've got several too. I have several. But like Sammy, she goes through a kind of transformation because she's kind of confused. It's like, I don't know, it might be difficult being Nick Panu, but it's also difficult being a chick in the world. When you're surrounded by all these images of what a woman should be, and you fit into none of them, none of the above, beautiful babe, in so many advertisements you see. But so Sammy tries to, become that person, and in doing so, dons a pair of high heels and some slinky negligee and a blonde wig, and that's one of her alter egos. And I mean, it kind of serves her in some respects, but it's also kind of a bit of a pain in the butt too.
What was your decision behind selecting Kristen Miletti for the role, in terms of having that confidence in the character that she can portray a character who is obviously insecure, but also has this empathy for other characters in the film at the same time?
Well, I mean, that's the trick of it, right? Like casting, I mean, what I did was I cast people who reminded me of their characters. And it was really tough finding Sammy. A lot of actors, don't have that combination. I wanted somebody who could make me laugh and also make me cry. That combination of happy and sad. And it's really tough to find somebody who can do that, who can do the comedy, but also has the ability to, go to a very deep emotional place of pulling, where you feel something, pathos. And so, and also a lot of actors, they want to look good, just like everyone else. We want to put our best face forward, light me from this angle, et cetera, et cetera. This is my good side. And I needed to work with actors who really didn't care about that stuff, who were brave enough to portray, a less than perfect human being. And so when I saw, I did tons of auditions. I couldn't find the right person. And then I went down to New York City, and I spoke with one of my mentors, John Cameron Mitchell. He's a director. I worked as an actor on 2 of his movies, Hedwig and the Angry Inch and Short Bus. And he just said, hey, why don't you call up, Susan Shotmaker? She was our casting director in both of those movies. Maybe she can help you out. And so I called up Susan, and she had read my script, and she pulled, from the shelf a series of gals that she had known. She knows actresses from New York City. And as soon as I saw Kristen Milioti, I was like, wow, she's something special. So I was very lucky to find somebody who reminded me very much of the character that I had written. Bold and shy at the same time.
What was this whole experience like for you directing for the very first time?
Well, it was really fun. Like when you're a director, the hardest thing is everyone is asking you questions, and you're the only one that can tell them the answer. From everyone from props to makeup to wardrobe. They're all looking to you, and sometimes some directors don't really have the answers, or they haven't actually thought about it. So I'd spent a lot of time thinking about it, so it was pretty easy for me to kind of respond to these queries. And also I really love kind of messing around on sets. It's almost like a sculpture to me. So sometimes I'd be dragging props across the room and suggesting things. I really had a great deal of imagination to apply to wardrobe and all sorts of stuff. So it was really, really, really fun.
The film is releasing nationwide this Friday, June 18th, across Canada. Listeners, we were just talking to the writer-director for You're the Carnivore, Sook-Yin Lee. Thanks so much for taking the time to...
Yeah, thank you, Nick. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
I've unleashed my inner femme.